Here we have halite. Halite's common name is salt. This is sodium chloride, NaCl, right? If I were to taste this, it would taste salty. If you were, in an actual lab test and we did our tests in the lab, if you really didn't know what something was, man, and you weren't sure and you had a clear mineral and you just really wanted to take the risk, you could lick it. And if it's salty, it's halite. However, halite, when you break it, it has a cubic fracture like this. It has cubic cleavage like this, sorry, on 3 different planes. It's a fairly soft mineral. Again, I'll let you go look up exactly what the hardness is. You can see if it's harder than calcite or not. But yeah, that's halite. It's fairly easy to identify. It's almost always going to be clear like this. Sometimes you'll see colorful halite, but usually it's nice and kind of white and clear like this. It will not scratch the glass. So yeah, that's halite. You can see that nice cubic cleavage. Let's see, anything else? Halite doesn't really make up rocks. You're not going to go find a rock out in nature and be like, oh, those are halite crystals in there. It's an evaporite. It tends to form in drying lake beds, or it exists in huge formations underground where there used to be a well, you can imagine if you take something like Salt Lake, or let's say the Gulf of Mexico. Let's say if you could close off the Gulf of Mexico, because it used to be kind of closed off. If you could close off the Gulf of Mexico, a lot of that seawater would start to evaporate, and you'd actually get salt that precipitates out of that seawater, then falls to the bottom of the ocean, and it'll collect and build up. And that happened in the past, and so now there's these huge, huge, huge salt deposits underneath the seafloor of the Gulf of Mexico. That's probably where this came from.